there were people who came into the school in different ways. We had a set of trustees, didn't we, at the beginning, who had been friends and prayer partners of Mark and Lottie, and then overnight they suddenly became the board of directors and had to make all these decisions themselves. And how do you feel that the board, as it developed, was able to help you over after Mark and Lottie died, when you were really beginning to make this into a well-going business or an ongoing business? How do you feel the board?
I think firstly it was extremely difficult for the for the directors who were here with Mark and Lottie. They couldn't possibly have anticipated what happened, and it put them in an extremely difficult position, and they were trying to come to terms with the loss of Mark and Lottie and how to move the school forward, or whether to move it forward, and how to do that. That was an extremely difficult and intense time for all of us. There's no question of that. As we moved on, after a year, Graham Ross came in as chairman. He had recently retired and had a fantastic range of experience in business. He shared our faith and had great integrity and strength of character. I was able to build a good relationship with him. That was, and he was able to be a rock solid support to me in what I was doing. That's what I needed at the time. The important thing with Graham was he helped us move the school forward. Up until the point that Graham came in, we were looking backwards, and the emphasis there was how to move on with Mark and Lottie, and everybody was still grieving. Graham was a new broom, and he helped us move the school forward, as did Eleanor White. And Eleanor taught with me, and she came in as a breath of fresh air with her lively and vibrant personality, and that again helped us think where we were going for the future, rather than keeping going what had happened in the past. Graham always said that he would do the job as chairman for 4 years and then he would retire. He kept to that absolutely. The school moved forward. He gave an excellent business model for the school, which we've kept to, and then he passed on to his nephew, Jeff Horn, and Jeff has been the chairman ever since. The board are fantastic. They really are supportive and helpful, and I'm very grateful to every member of our board and the different expertise that they bring. As the school has grown, then the administrative side and management side has grown, and what's essential is that shouldn't drive the school. The school is still driven by the vision that we have and belief in teaching art, and I don't believe that my focus has changed from that belief being central to me being here, to the reason I'm here. What's most exciting to me, and what's kept me involved in the school over 17 years, is that what we're teaching as a vision has been accepted and absorbed by individual students, and we've seen people really grow and really develop as artists, but also to mature as individual people, and to gain a really positive sense of what it is to be an artist. The other aspect, which is something we really want to develop and I want to see developed, is linking more to the community and to the local community, the community of Leith and the surrounding areas that are poorer areas, and to be able to really help to inspire some of the people who live more locally, and to show them the value of engaging with art when their lives have been very difficult and very tough in many instances. We've seen some wonderful individuals come into the school from the local areas, and but it's important that we try and explore that expand on that and do much more. So it's the community that surrounds the school rather than just the community within the school that's really, I think, the next step for us to develop. And also, as we've developed all of our part-time courses very successfully, I'd like to see the sharper end of what we do really develop, so that there can be an added depth to our teaching, and that will also challenge us much more as teachers. So in those terms, that's what I want to see happen. I don't believe that has changed fundamentally, or should change fundamentally. The basic vision that was there with Mark and Lottie is still here, and will certainly be here for as long as I'm here. And we move that forward in relation to the culture that we're in. We certainly want to engage with that culture, whatever it is, and whatever way it moves. We want to know what's happening and be part of now, and not just to be traditionalists. We're certainly not that. The vision that we have is holistic, that it's rooted in heart, mind, body and spirit all coming together, not placing too much emphasis on one or the other, but all of those things. And we apply our teaching to each of those different areas, and how that is brought together through the focus of teaching people to see, and to see well. And that means a dialogue between each individual and the world outside. The important thing about teaching in the school is that it's rooted in the research of particular artists linking to a theme. And that's something that must develop each year. And over 17 years, what's exciting is that you feel that you're still learning and you're still moving forward, and there's absolutely no end to what you're doing and what you're teaching. So that's exciting for me. I still feel that that is as fresh now as it was when I started, and I've got as much to learn as ever. And now the school has grown, and there are 30 people working here. Most of those are teaching and developing teaching and wanting to learn about teaching, and we can explore this approach with all of those people. That's exciting in itself. That's a wonderful thing. Most important thing about Leith is the people who come here and have been in the school and involved in the school, and the way people's lives have changed, how people have grown and developed as artists, is for me the most exciting thing. And for me to see them gain a positive vision themselves for practicing their own art is the most wonderful thing. I think to be able to give people a foundation that is positive, that opens up and explores the richness and possible depths of we can find in nature, which I believe is God's creation, not shared by everybody, but people can still go along with us and share and open up the world in a way that is vastly meaningful to them, to themselves. And to see that reflected in their art has been fantastic and continues to be fantastic. That's going beyond just looking at the culture, thinking about current philosophy and ideas. It gives much deeper roots and much greater value, I think, to what it is to be human rather than what it is to be a contemporary artist. That's what I would like to see as my legacy, I suppose.